Health and fitness requires more than just the physical work. It starts with the work you put in to grow your mind. Welcome to the Mind Gains podcast, where we discuss what it takes mentally to see results physically. I'm your host, Jess. Let's get started. Welcome back to another episode of the Mind Gains podcast. If you woke up today saying, I could use a good kick in the butt today, you've come to the right place because boy, do I have a message for you. And this is nothing personal. It's nothing against you. It's just something that I have seen time and time again. And it's honestly something that I personally used to allow as well. So just know that this message is also for me. And that is going to be to stop putting your success in the hands of others. I'm going to say it again. Stop putting your success into the hands of others. We've all been guilty of it, and it needs to stop if you have any interest in making real progress here. Let me explain what I mean by this. If you are someone who does really well with your nutrition Monday through Friday, but then you fall off on the weekend because you're always out around your friends or your family and they're eating foods that don't support your goals, so you cave in and eat it right along with them, you're putting your success into their hands. If you are someone who is really great about getting to the gym every day of the week when your gym buddy hits you up to go, but if they don't hit you up or they say, they can't get to the gym today and you end up not going just because they're not going, you're putting your success into their hands. If you are someone who goes out every Friday night for drinks with your coworkers and you make a plan to stick to one drink, but Friday night rolls around and everyone is telling you, oh, come on, you got to have more than one drink, and you cave and overindulge because they persuaded you to, you're putting your success into their hands. This has to stop. You're going to find yourself going nowhere fast if you continue down this path of putting your results, your success, your progress into the hands of people who quite literally could not care less about your results. It's not because they're bad people or they're out to get you or anything like that. It's just that your coworker does not care about your weight loss journey like you do. To them, it doesn't matter if you don't stick to your plan and you don't end up seeing weight loss. They might not even understand why you're even trying to do that at all. Yet you're allowing them to call the shots. And a little bit of a hard truth here, a lot of the times, it's not just going to be your coworkers. A lot of the time, it's probably going to be your friends, your family, your parents, your spouse even. Like the people that genuinely care about you and your well-being can oftentimes not care about your progress that much, quite simply because they don't fully understand it. This is not a shame on them in any way. It's just that they're probably not on the same page as you with your health and fitness journey. And maybe they don't have goals like you do in this area, or they're not the same goals. Maybe your husband thinks that you look great, and that's fantastic. He should. But he might not understand then when you tell him you'd like to lose 20 pounds. So he might not fully get it when you ask him to stop bringing home the sweets and the desserts, the cookies, the cake, the ice cream. He might not fully understand why you're asking him not to do these things. And that's okay. We're not going to be upset by this and start fights like, I'm trying to lose weight. Like, we're not doing that. We just have to understand that we can't be putting our success, whether we do or do not stick to our nutrition plan in this scenario, into his hands. It's not his responsibility anyways. It's no one else's but yours. So this message today is not to say that everyone around you should always keep your goals in mind and never be able to buy sweets for themselves because then you're going to see the sweets and want them. No, we're not putting our lifestyle on the people that don't want it for themselves. We're not forcing everyone around us to comply to our lifestyle. We just have to be strong enough to take charge of our own actions and our success and not leave that up to everyone else. I used to be super guilty of this. And it's why for the longest time, I was working hard Monday through Friday with my nutrition and my workouts and all the things. And then the weekend would roll around and I would reverse all of the hard work I did all week long because I had plans to go eat out here. And I had this birthday celebration going on, and we had this family get together, and I would always eat the food that was there and a lot of it. And I'd end up right back to square one every single Monday morning. I got real tired of that real quick. I got tired of working hard to stay exactly in the same spot for weeks on end just because I had plans on the weekend. We all have plans. Like, this is life. The weekend plans, the events, the celebrations, the weddings, everything. It's always going to be there. And it just clicked with me one day that the reason I would fall off with my nutrition every single weekend was because I was allowing others to decide what I ate. Obviously, they weren't force feeding me anything, and I was in charge of how much I was eating. But every single weekend, I was eating a lot of foods that did not support my goals very well, thinking that there was nothing I could do about it because, I mean, that was the food that was there. I couldn't help that they decided to order the pizza, and I was right. Of course, I couldn't help if other people decided to order pizza every weekend. But you know what I could help? Whether I ate it or not, how much of it I ate, how often I joined in on the pizza. The point I'm trying to make here is that no, not everything is in your control, but there's always something in your control. There's always something that you can do in every situation to make a better choice. So it really clicked with me one day that I was just tired of allowing the choices of others to dictate whether I see results or not, whether I'm successful with the things that I'm trying to do or not. So, you know what I did? I stopped using my plans as an excuse to not stay on track with my nutrition. I would make a plan ahead of time going into that weekend or that situation, whatever it was, with how I was going to stay on track. I pre-logged all of my food in for the day. I meal prepped it. I packed it all up in like 3 lunch boxes and made sure I had all the food with me that I needed in order to be successful for the day. And guess what, guys? It works. Planning ahead and being determined to stay on track no matter what happens works. You have to take your success into your hands. No one else is going to do it for you. Not just Monday through Friday, not just when you feel like it, not just when it's easy to. You have to decide to be successful regardless of the situation, regardless of whatever you've got going on. You have to decide this ahead of time. Make a plan for yourself and actually stick to that plan even when it gets hard. A lot of the time, people tend to think that all of this is going to come with ease. And if it's not easy, if a day or a weekend or a situation is hard, then oh well, there's nothing I can do about that. And then they just give in to the easy option over and over again and then scratch their heads because they can't understand why they're not seeing great results. Like, they work out 4 days a week, they get their steps in sometimes, they hit nutrition 4 days a week pretty well. They should start seeing results, right? No. Great results don't happen until after you've gone through and overcome the challenges, the difficult days, the days and times where things don't come easy. I know this is a little off topic, but I think it all ties in together. Like, you're not going to see the results you want until you've made the hard choices to stay on track with the things you know you need to, even when you don't feel like it, even when it's not the easy option. You don't get to see great results until you've encountered the challenges and the pushback of the difficult situation and have still decided to do the hard thing anyways. That's when you get to see results. So if you are constantly allowing these situations to happen where you're giving in and letting others call the shots because it's a lot easier to just eat the pizza with everyone else rather than plan ahead of time, prep food, and eat that instead, this is why. This is exactly why you're going to stay stuck right where you are. Stop being a victim to the situation. Stop allowing others and their choices to be the determining factor behind whether you see progress or not. It's not up to them. It's up to you. You are responsible for your decisions. You are in control. Start acting like it. So understand that you must start taking full responsibility for your decisions and not leave your results up to chance by allowing others to decide for you what you're going to eat, what you're going to do, how much you're going to drink. Like, this is all on you. If you want the results, you have to start making the hard choices. That's really all I have to say about that. I know this was a quicker episode. I just felt like I needed to get this off my chest. So, seriously, take hold of your success because it is solely up to you to do. Stop allowing the choices and the lifestyle of others to dictate yours.